Good morning, Louisville. Oh, come on. That was pretty weak. I'm used to podcasting alone. Good morning, Louisville. All righty. That's a tough act to follow, rookie. That was great.
Thank you. Stan, you're an amazing man, Stan. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Yeah, give it up. That was great. Well, good morning, everyone. We have Naylor joining us, Caleb Allman, and our special guest today. He has a lot going on. You have about 900 customers. They do fertilization, weed control, mosquito control. He's got a wife, 5-year-old son, 1.5-year-old daughter, and also a full-time job. He is a sergeant first class state trooper in New Jersey. Give it up for Michael Garvey. Oh, and he also hosts the Side Hustle Squad podcast. Michael Garvey. Before we get into how in the world you do it all, and this is wild because we didn't prep with Stan and Naylor, who talked all about having quality people, but that's what we're going to talk about, how you build a team so you can manage all of this is what we're going to get into today. But before we do that, I want to say thank you to Relco for sponsoring this, and they paid for all those donuts and hot coffee, so if you guys haven't got a donut yet, that's all on Relco, so let's give it up for Relco. And I want to give a big shout outs to Evan Cox and the Equip Expo for backing Naylor and giving us the main room on the main day, making this happen. So thank you for investing in our community, Equip Expo. And last but not least, gratitude is to Naylor Taliaferro. Several years ago, he pitched this idea, and he's like, we should do this. And they gave us the janitor's closet pretty much up on the second floor, all the way down the hallway. And you've just kept pioneering this to where now we have this awesome event. So thank you, Naylor, for your efforts.
Thank you, Paul, but I want to thank all of you because we've packed out the broom closet, they say, we need a bigger room. So thank you for continuing to fill the room. Thank you. Hopefully we're giving you value.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we also will ask, if you guys want to ask a question, we'll be throwing this out, and Payjack has one, so you can ask Mike some questions. But before we ask questions, I want you to share your story. How in the world did you go from being a state trooper as you continue to have that job to growing these 900 customers?
Well, I want to know who had Stan go first, and who picked the lineup.
That was me, Mike.
You get Stan and Paul gets me.
Hey, everyone has value in their own way. Don't sell yourself short. Come on.
No, thank you for having me, guys. Thanks for coming out. So I'm a full-time state trooper, 17 years, New Jersey State Police. So the overtime dried up about 8 years ago. And I've always had I wanted to get into lawn care or do something with lawn care. So I bought a home and I started rehabbing my own lawn. Well, I made it really, really good, and I continued on. So a mentor of mine told me to meet up with my partner, Larry Delasanti, right there. Can you give it up for him?
Larry.
So I talked with Larry, and I said, we weren't partners yet, and I said, hey, I want to talk to you. You're in the industry. You're the only one I know. I didn't know about this community. I didn't know about anything. And I said, you're the only person I know, and we have a mutual friend. I want to get into lawn care. And he goes, based on your schedule, my schedule is 3 days on, 3 days off, not the same day every week. So Larry goes, I think you should do fertilization, fertilizing lawns, not every week. So I said, I want you to do it with me. He goes, well, I already have a business. I already have 300 cuts a week. I do pavers, retaining walls. I've been doing it since 1998. And I said, well, I don't know. We're going to figure it out. So we started 2017. And we had 10 customers, and now fast forward, this has happened very, very quickly in roughly 8 years. We bought a shop. We're on a shop build. and it's not bragging or anything at all. It's seeing the progression from 10 customers to 800, 900 has been incredible, but it's been about surrounding yourself with really good people.
Let's talk a little bit more about the people you put in place, because I can't imagine working 3 days, and you have a very demanding job, and then on your other 3 days, you're running your lawn care business. So who did you put in place, and what are they doing so that your 900 customers are being served at the highest level, even when you're doing your
So
thing?
there's been different people at different times. The way Larry and I broke it down initially, I'm good at the administration, the organization, the office stuff, and he's good at handling estimates and talking with customers and doing all of that. So that's how we broke it down. He's mechanically inclined. He can work on engines. He's been doing this. He knows how to build a business. He's built a business already. He knows the mistakes to avoid. So that's what we did. We broke it down. So then, well, things got busy very quickly, and he was answering the phone because I'm at work. So that was the first thing we did. We had a coaching call with somebody that said, "Why does he have the phone?" Well, I don't know. We don't have anybody to answer it. He's the only one. Well, he would let it go to voicemail and answer the calls at lunch, and then let it go to 5 o'clock, call the calls back. But if you're missing the phone call, people are moving on to the next person. They want to talk to somebody. So the first person we hired, his mom's retired. We hired Larry's mom, and Larry's mom answers our phone from her home. And that was the first hire. Next hire was we needed a technician because on our days off, on my days off from the state police, we were going out together. He would do the FERT, I would blow it off. We would switch every other house. Then we brought a guy on to blow off. Then we'd take 2 machines and have him blow off so we could go quicker. I'd do the backyard, he does the front yard. So then, but learning that trained a technician who was with us, how we wanted to do it. Didn't know anything about doing fertilizer, weed control. So that was the technician. So that came, and then I was still doing more the admin now. I wasn't in the field as much. Well, I got really busy, and obviously we're getting more. Things started slipping, right? Emails missed. Things slipped up. I was handling some billing. We didn't have cards on file. We didn't have a CRM. And with 300 accounts and no CRM, it got messy. So then we hired a full-time admin, well, part-time admin. A guy I work with, his wife was a stay-at-home mom. The kids are now back at school. She wants to work. She wants to do something. He said, my wife could help you. She works remotely. She doesn't live anywhere near me. She lives on the other side of New Jersey, but she handles all of the billing, all of the customer complaints, everything. And she submits her hours to us every 2 weeks, what she does, but she works the schedule around her schedule, gets the kids on the bus, and then she goes to work. It's a really good system. So that was a really good hire for us. So that's how I want people to do things better than me, right? I want my technician to be a better technician than I am. That's what he's going to do. I want my administrative assistant to be better at my CRM than me, to know the ins and outs. You have to be humble, put people in the right places. You want them to be better. You do want everything to flow through you initially, and that's what Larry found too. Get that phone out of your hands. Have someone answer it. Have somebody get really good at your CRM. Have your technician get way better than you. And just be humble and put people in the right places, pull the right levers.
Very well said, Mike. Now, when I first met you, you're like, hey, Paul, how do you do your billing? Because I'm owed some money. I said, well, how much money are you owed? And you said $90,000. And I'm like, what? $90,000? So you've had a huge transformation of collecting a check under, Susie's mat to now having cards on file and being proactive to make sure you get paid ahead of your work. I want you to explain what you do, because you have a very unique billing system where now you're ahead of it and you have money in the bank and you're not owed $90,000. So how did you transform your billing to where it is today?
So the way our billing works, we do fertilization, weed control in rock beds. We have a lot, we're by the Jersey Shore, we have a lot of stone, full stone yards. So we do weed control, that, and then we also do weed control in the mulch beds at the houses. We have lawns and stuff. We also do mosquito control and aeration and overseeding. We don't do anything other than that. Larry's other company handles all of the other stuff, sister company. So the way we do our billing, we do prepay. So every year around January, we send our quotes out with a price increase, typically. Small, you decide. And that gives the opportunity to prepay for the services at a discounted rate of 5%. So you're notifying them of the increase, and then you're getting an influx of money at a discounted rate in the beginning of the year, which is great. So then fertilization is done, a card is on file. We do not do any work without a card on file anymore. We need a card on file, so you sign up with us, you put a card on file. So when the technician clicks complete for whatever service, we do 7 rounds of fertilizer each year, 8 rounds of mosquito. Weed control is 3 rounds. Everything is when you click complete, you get paid. So it's awesome seeing the notification you've been paid as the guys are out in the field.
So the job gets done. You're in Louisville. Your team's out in New Jersey. The job gets done, and then in your CRM, you get paid the day the job gets done. But you also give them the option in January, hey, if you want to just pay for all 7 or 8 apps for the year, we'll give you 5% off. And then they give you a lump sum in January. For
Correct.
Those who choose
Yep,
that.
you got it.
And how many out of your 900 so customers choose to pay you ahead of the year in January?
I would say 30%.
Wow, so that's a nice chunk of money coming in January, so you're not as stressed out.
It's a night. Now, be careful. The work hasn't been done yet, but don't go crazy. Right. And another thing with aerations and overseeding, we take 50% deposit. So make sure you don't do the work without having something, because we've been beat before.
Mike, I had a quick question. What a lot of folks, myself included, when I first started, you get those lump sums and it's easy to spend those lump sums. What do you do with all that money? Because you still have expenses. That money is not for January. That money is for the expenses for that client throughout the whole year. So do you have a system in place of how you allocate all that lump money that comes in? Can you?
So I have 20 different, right now I have like 15 different bank accounts. Each bank account has a purpose. The money comes into one account. Then I disperse it through the other accounts. It's the profit first model, right? So this year I'm going to take that prepaid money and put it in one of those accounts and not touch it. Once we start production March 1st, then I can start trickling that out and releasing that to where it needs to be, because now I'm doing production. So the other accounts I have sales tax, whatever you want to do, you can make, but those accounts have caps. So I have insurance I pay quarterly. I know what that needs to go in. That gets capped. Payroll. And whatever you want to do, but we're right at 15 accounts like that.
That's good. All right, Johnny boy, let's get a question. Who's got a question?
All right, we got our first one coming up right now. I don't want to throw this because I knocked over some coffee earlier, but up there.
Hey, what CRM do you use?
Jobber.
Jobber, and then what's your business name?
Coastal Fertilization and Weed Control.
Thank you.
Yep.
Next question. I
Come
feel
on,
like
raise it
Phil-
high so I can see you.
Next question.
I got one quick in the meantime.
Yeah.
Transferring over to card on file for clients, I'm sure you had some old timers that didn't want to do that, and then also people that just refuse to. You've got to develop a backbone, I'm guessing, saying this is just how we do it. Take it or leave it. How does that work?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, we have I can't say we don't have, maybe we have a really big retirement village, like 5,000 people. So, if I do take a check, it has to be prepaid.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good job on that. That's awesome.
We got tired of going to doormats and picking up checks, and it's terrible.
Next question.
What type of equipment do you use for your applications?
So we started with we started with permagreens, and we started very early, right, Larry? We had somebody tell us, "Hey, you can push these lawns. You only have 20 accounts." Well, we're on a time crunch because we're working on my days off, and he's got to get back to his main business. So we bought a permagreen. We do anywhere from 9 baseball fields in the morning, and then we go to a small, tiny house, a third of an acre, and do it with the same machine. So that's where we're at with permagreen, and we're sticking by them.
All right. Next question.
Paul, maybe you could just throw it at somebody. There you go.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, sir?
How are you?
What was your marketing strategy from when you first started to now? What is difference between the two?
Good question. So it changed. First, we went to Larry's customers. He has 300 customers, and we notified them. So we picked up the low-hanging fruit there, because Larry used to give away all of that to another company, and now he's involved. So that's what we did. Marketing it's changed from the beginning, where we were trying to get everything. We were really spread out. We were going into towns we shouldn't have been going to. And we went super focused and really just, word of mouth. We have our marketing, we have to put a yard sign in every time. We're required by New Jersey DEP. Well, that yard sign's 8.5 by 11 with logos, colors, everything. So it's a combination. The trucks are all wrapped. The signs are in. It's a multifaceted thing.
Do you do commercial, and how do you handle the payments on that?
We don't do much commercial. We're strictly pretty much residential. Haven't really tapped into that commercial market really. We're looking into it, but right now our bread and butter is all residential.
Do we have a next question?
You guys want to answer the question? Come on, big hats, big questions.
behind you,
There's
Payjack.
one right behind you, Payjack.
Hi, I'm curious if you could disclose, working with a business partner, your negotiations with him running another business, him stepping up and really helping out. How did you negotiate that, if you don't mind sharing?
We've never really sat down and negotiated. It's not really like, hey, you're gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Hey, you just went on vacation, I need to do this. I need to, we've never had a fight. We just ever about anything like that. Having a partner, it's very unique. It has to be the right partner, right? It has to be the right fit. And we are the right fit for each other, but we never go, oh, well, you took off that day, or you did what's that?
Payjack, you have a hot mic.
there's never really been like that. It's he covers me when I'm working, and I cover him when he goes away. It's never really been a negotiation of this or that.
All right, we got time for probably one more, maybe two. Who we got, Payjack?
We got Kyle, and we got 2 questions on the deck, so.
Okay,
All right.
we'll squeeze 2 more in here.
Can I have a one at a time, please? Not that smart.
When you hired your admin person and
Right.
had them take over the CRM, did you train them, or did you have pay to have them train, or how did you have them learn how to use a CRM the best?
Well, she's really smart because she did logistics in the Army, so that really helped, and she's way smarter than me. That's another thing. She's went to a college I could never have gotten into. She's really, really smart, so she picked it up very quickly. I showed her what I could show her, and I was pretty good at it, so I trained her. But then I worked, got in contact with my CRM, and really, like, she has someone there, and that can really help. She can really now train other people really well. What was the other question?
It's a different person.
If we ever got pulled over by you, what would be the best way to get out of the ticket?
That was the best question of the day.
Say how much
Really
you love
good
Side
question.
Hustle Podcast.
What's that?
Say how much you love Side Hustle
Yeah,
Podcast.
so listen to my podcast, Side Hustle Squad podcast, and you're good.
No, for real. You get pulled over. Give us the protocol. What's the right thing to do? Because I think we get nervous.
Should we role play this with you?
Well, I was going 93 on a Sunday. Can I share this story?
Sure.
All right, so I like to golf. So it's Sunday morning. I got a Honda Accord Sport, and I'm going up 75 North in Florida, and I see this SUV behind me with the Florida lights, and so I pull over, and he's hot. He's coming up to my right window because I pulled over on the right side. He's like, "You're going 93." He's like, "Where are you going?" He was like mean. I was like, "To the golf course." And then he's like, "Where are you playing?" I was like, "Hunter's Green." And he's like, "Let me see your license." And so I pull out. I'm like nervous, you know what I mean? And I was listening to my Bible, so I forgot to turn it down. So I got like my Bible's pumping, you know what I mean? So I don't know if that helped. But I give him my driver's license, and he goes storming back to his car, and then SUV, and then he comes back up, and he said, "Enjoy your round," and he gave me my license back. I was going 93 in a 70.
Wow, Paul.
So break that.
Thanks
break
for
that
admitting
down.
Yeah, thanks for admitting your guilt.
Don't tell no one. Speaking of the drive home or fly home, Evan, can we pull up the slide? So Mr. Producer helped me with this new audio book, Level Up Your Money. And at the end of each chapter, we actually did like an interview where Mr. Producer interviewed me about each chapter. So if you guys, when you are driving home, hopefully you'll go the speed limit, or if you're flying, if you want to listen to the new audio book, it's a Mr. Producer production, and you can take a listen to it on Audible. I really think it will transform your money. So we actually do have time for one more question, Payjack. And you can keep that up there for a minute, Evan, so they can scan that QR code if you want to get the audiobook. Last question. My heart's still beating.
Come on.
Last question.
You gotta give it up to Garvey.
We got right here.
That was actually really good.
So with so much going on in your life, being a state trooper and everything, what are some things you do outside of the job or just in your life to be able to manage so much?
Like things I do in my free time, or like man.
Where do you think he has free time?
Yeah, well, first off, I do a lot of, I schedule my day from 5:30 in the morning to 10:30 at night. And I try to really, really stick to it. I really do. And that's important to have schedule family time, time with my kids. It's a lot. It really is a lot. And I just think you need to do something, even if you need to walk away for the afternoon, cut in the morning and then take the afternoon off, right? I'm not saying, but you need to take time to yourself and your family. I have a really understanding wife who understands the vision that I'm trying to build for my family and have a legacy. So that really helps, but you got to schedule and be very intentional on that.
Great question.
One more?
Sure.
One more?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, what app are you using to do that scheduling of your personal time?
Oh, Jobber.
You have your own schedule in Jobber for your own personal time?
Oh, for my
yourself, yeah.
I'm sorry. No, I manage that. I'll have in my notes. I have a checklist of things that I want to do in the different categories that I need to do it in. So the state police has a category that I need to get done there. Coastal, the podcast, and then I pull those things from the top of the tasks and I plug them into those half-hour blocks.
All right. Well, I would want to just say again, thank you to Naylor for pioneering this wonderful event. We're going to have Caleb Allman coming up for the finale today from beautiful Fairfield County, Ohio.